Hello in TV land, it's your boy Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. And how are you all doing on this fine and wonderful and glorious Monday afternoon? First day of the work week of the second week of 2019. I hope you're doing wonderful and fantastic and well. If my voice seems a little bit off, it's not because I'm trying to do the deeper register to sound much more masculine. Well, to actually properly convey the amount of masculinity that is housed within this temple of machismo. I actually woke up this morning with a sore throat and coughing and feeling a bit of a backup. So yeah, Freelancer Joe has come down with a cold. Now, normally that's not actually too surprising. I've noticed that when I take my break, quite often I usually end up getting sick. So it's not too surprising. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, wait a minute. That normally happens the week immediately after my training break. But last week I went to work and I was depressed and apathetic, but I wasn't sick. And then I remembered my office mate. He was sneezing and hacking in the middle of last week, and he's still actually hacking a little bit today. So he was hacking a little bit today. So I suspect I can blame him. I'm just saying that if companies were truly interested in productivity, they would make sure that workers would have individual offices, so that the people that come in sick, and they really shouldn't, but they do, don't affect the other people who don't come in sick. Now, normally that would mean then that I take the next couple of days off because I'm sick, but my planned disruption, or my potential disruption that's upcoming, which is going to be because I have which is why I will have a shortened training schedule, means I'm probably not going to want to be burning through vacation time. Plus, at this point, look, coworkers made me sick, so I have no sympathy for them if I make the rest of them sick. Petty, yes. Extremely. But, hey, that's the kind of guy Freelancer Joe is. I know why people go into work sick, but it's just so thoughtless. So incredibly thoughtless. Fortunately, I do have my super secret weapon. Alka-Seltzer Alka-Seltzer Plus cold formula. And normally, when if I feel a tickling in my throat, if I take that early enough, it kind of kills the entire thing. But I didn't have the tickling in my throat. It went straight to the oh yeah, I'm sick kind of thing. So that's a little unusual. So I'm not sure if that's actually going to help, but we'll see. We can hope. We can hope. I would say what a way to start the work week, and quite on par for how 2019 for me has been so far. The second week would start off with me being sick. As such, I actually skipped my training today again, which I really should have done today because I skipped yesterday. But now that I'm sick, it's probably not the best idea. I'm of two thoughts on that one. I'm like, well, on the one hand, your body's weak, so exposing it to additional stress via training is probably not the best idea. On the other hand, it might be that getting the blood going and the heart pumping might actually help. So actually, I think probably the best thing to do would have been, if you're physically capable, which I am, is to do light training. But when Freelancer Joe steps into the gym, it becomes a temple of iron. There is no such thing as light. Alright, we have the UI demo. I think I started it yesterday, but I don't think I went through the console to see what the warnings were, hence what the technical debt actually is. So, what we're gonna... Oh, wow. I'm just realizing how I sound right now. Yeah, it feels like it's gotten worse. That's not good. No, no bueno. No bueno. It's muy malo. Alright, lscd projects. lscd ui-demo. Hit status. Just 3 okay. So npm start. Yeah, I'm hoping the alkaline seltzer plus cold formula helps things, as well as not training. Maybe go to bed a little bit early tonight. That's probably not going to help anything. But I'm going to need every little bit of an edge, because if a sickness does get worse, then my head's going to become all fuzzy, and I need the nicotine to try and keep me sharp. Well, yeah, well, you gotta look on the positive sides. I mean, I made it to work. That's good. And I was pretty productive, so that's good. And I'm recording this for you right now, so that's good. And while the week may not have started off great, I should point out that yesterday was actually quite nice. So I think I mentioned that I was going to record an In the Bank episode with yesterday after I did my Freelancer episode, and I did. And actually, I got some really good stuff. And it was so good that it inspired me to record another In the Bank episode right after that. But that In the Bank episode became my Gaming with Joe episode for the week. That's how good it was. Well, good for me. I don't know if it's entertaining or interesting to anybody else, but yeah, so that's good. That means tomorrow I don't have to immediately after recording the Freelancer Joe episode, recording my Gaming with Joe episode. So if I'm still sick, I can get additional rest. I'll still be sick. It usually takes a couple days, if not more. Alright, so we've got the warnings. Ooh, unique key prop. Haven't seen that one for a while. Oh, unreachable code after statement. I know what that is. That's basically within a function you have a return, and after the return you have additional stuff there. And then that includes comments, which is unusual, but because I wouldn't consider comments code, but the system does anyway, so I'll have to look for that. It's hard to say whether or not I'll look for it. Oh, it's in calendar view. Okay. Alright, we'll consider it 1. Alright, so that's the first one. And that goes in calendar view. Alright. And next we have, again, the deprecated typographies. Okay, that's straightforward. Deprecated typographies. New problem. Actually, let's go ahead and open up that link right now, because I think we can address that. And then we have... Okay, this is neat. Haven't seen this one in a while. Not having a unique key property. And that means I was probably specifying ID instead of key. And this was in top bar. Alright. Top bar. And show label. So that's bottom navigation. Okay. See, even though I'm sick, I'm pretty sharp. Interestingly enough, it seems like almost physical ailments are less of an issue than mental ailments. Okay, nothing in Bravo. Nothing in Charlie. Ooh. Is that the unreachable? Yeah, unreachable. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's go back to here. Let's see if the double navigation error is there. I bet it is. Yep, double navigation. And I bet you the lifecycle one's going to be an issue. Alright, so alpha 1, alpha 2. Oh, that comes from Charlie. Okay. No, really. No warnings. That's interesting. Let's go to Bravo. I'm almost certain that these guys kind of use the life cycle methods. Okay. Charlie 1, Charlie 2, and that's from Bravo, so I don't think that's an issue. Let's go take a look at Alpha. I'm actually very surprised that I'm not tripping any of the lifecycle warnings. I guess for the most part I did it correctly. I'm as surprised as you are. Yep, no warnings, okay. And I guess the one other thing I am going to have to experiment with, it's not so much a technical debt, it's just that the AWS client, AWS Amplify library is now showing this, that I'm logged in. So that's not so much technical debt as I have to explore some more. I haven't messed around with that too much in a while, at all even, so. Yeah, so that login, log status. I imagine I have to specify what it's, what you call it. And some display parameters, whatever. Alright, so which of these do you think we should tackle first? Yeah, let's see, we're at the 13-minute mark. Let's go for deprecated typographies. So, as you remember correctly, the first thing we're going to do is tell it to use next variants in the typography block of the theme. And because I follow a convention, it's in the UI config. That is the beauty of following conventions. Theme palette. And I'll make the same mistake here that I did before. Font family should go in typography. How do I know that? Because I saw that I'd made this same mistake in the demo. Not demo, this is the demo, duh. But I noticed that there was an inconsistency between how I was defining my themes in my templates and how I was defining my themes in my website. Yeah, see? So it should be typography, font size. The order doesn't matter, but font family is an attribute under typography, which makes sense. So we'll just go ahead and move this up there. Plus, if I ever actually change the font and I actually want it to appear, this is where it needs to go. So that's item number 1. Item number 2 is going to be searching for the actual deprecated variants that I might be using. Actually, let's go ahead and end this now, since I'll have to restart. Yeah, it's getting worse. Not within the... actually, talking probably isn't helping. I think about it. I don't talk much during the day. Certainly not as much as this. No, I only use it in one place. Bully for me. Yeah, so I don't talk as much during the day, so I don't notice it at all. good. Actually, there shouldn't be too many typography warnings in here because there's not much text. Oh, look at that. I did use headline. And headline is H5. You know, I was talking about how good that In the Bank episode was, so I'm kind of torn on that. On the one hand, I kind of hope that you never see an In the Bank episode, because seeing an In the Bank episode means I had troubles recording content and uploading it. But on the other hand, it was a good episode. Well, oh yeah, it actually was. But then you saw the after effects of that episode, and you will see the after effects of that episode in this week's Gaming with Joe episode, so I guess it's alright. But I suppose normally the activity that I chose, I wouldn't normally do that particular activity, at least not right now. Oh wow, he's subheading on, and subheading is subtitle 1, okay. So, again, could be doing a global search and replace, but I believe I've made my opinions clear on what I think about that particular approach to things. I mean, it depends on how much you're dealing with. This isn't too bad. And then we have body 2, which is not used at all. Okay, so let's save all. And we'll close close others. We'll just leave this one open for now. And let's start it up. So how was your weekend? Was it good? What was the first weekend of 2019? Hope it was good. Of course, I hope your second weekend of 2019 is going to be good. I hope all of your weekends of 2019 will be good. Certainly hope you aren't catching any colds like I am. Well, the price I pay for work. I feel like I'm compensated enough for the mental effort. Questionably compensated well enough for the work environment, which includes the commute. But if it involves sickness, I'm not sure if I'm compensated enough at all. As masculine as I am, I also have the same masculine, I don't want to say weakness, because weakness and masculinity don't go together. Frailty? What's another word for weakness? But not so negative as weakness. Deficiency? No. Weakness? No. Feebleness, fragility, delicacy, flaw, gap, instability, decrepitude? No. Fault. I might go with fault. Ooh, there you go. Soft spot. That's even better. Because you can have a soft spot, but if the rest of you is still like really, really hard, then the soft spot is all relative. The same masculine soft spot, which is once illness kicks in, it has an effect. Alright, so this is up. Let's see if we got the typography out of the way. Web developer, web console. Ooh. And bottom div. Okay, yeah, it looks like topography is not an issue anymore. Bravo. Just double checking the other pages. I mean, it looks like it does a scan of the entire space, so I don't think that will be too much of an issue. And that's the unreachable code. Alright, so that is good. Ugh. Yeah. I'm sure you're wondering, Freelancer Joe, why didn't you take this right before you started recording? Well, one, it doesn't deal with the cough immediately. And two, there's always a chance that it makes you drowsy. I don't think this is a night formula. But I generally like to take it before I go to sleep. There's a time. Isn't there a limit on how often you take this? Do not use active uses instructions. What are the instructions? I know there's do not use recommended dosage. There we go. Take 2 tablets every 4 hours. Do not exceed 8 tablets in 24 hours. Alright. Okay, so if I take one as soon as this is done, then I take one right before I go to sleep. Alright. I didn't want to take the chance that it made me drowsy. Alright, so we're cool with typography. Alright, so what are we going to handle next? Let's see. Oh, let's get rid of this. I don't know, what do you feel like? Calendar view? Well, that's pretty easy. That's very easy, in all honesty. I say that without actually even looking at the code, so maybe it isn't. All right, we'll go with chronological order first. So let's stop it again, because again, I still haven't figured out. I haven't spent the time to deal with the hot loading. It still irks me. It clearly, whatever the Webpack thing is, it's bringing it up. It's just not picking up the changes. And container view, calendar view. Oh, I have a bunch of old files in here too. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so let's close that. Localizer, da 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 da. This lifecycle method. I feel like this should trip it, actually, that lifecycle warning. Excuse me for a second, I want to look at that. Or maybe this is where I actually... This is where I saw the warning, and this is where I fixed it. Maybe that's what it is. Because I know it was one of those mounts. Will mount, I don't know if it's did mount or not. Deprecated lifecycle methods. All the way back in March. Which ones did they get rid of? Will mount. Okay, component. Will update. Okay, so did. Basically, will is changed with did. I'm almost certain will receive props is something I used a lot before. Alright, so no. Did mount is fine. Okay. So I need to do more life cycle stuff in order to integrate that into my brain, but that's the problem with the template approach is that most of it's pretty simple, so I don't have to dig into much of it. Might also be why I need to, well, I probably should spend more time playing around with the AWS API stuff so I can spend more time playing with the lifecycle methods. No, but even then, because basically I inject directly into the properties. I don't modify the state at all. What I was doing before, and I think what I did before in will receive props, is I copy what's in the properties into the state of the view. Alright, well, whatever. Okay, so what are we looking for? We're looking for the unreachable code, and that's it right here. So basically, we have a block of code after the return, and that's what it's complaining about. I still don't know if I really would consider this code, because it's a comment. But, okay. And is that really it? Yeah, that looks like it's it. So let's start it up. And let's see if we still get that warning. Probably shouldn't. That's a really simple fix. I'm about to make a comment that it's surprising how quiet the doggies are today. That may have been a little premature. I just heard them rumbling around. They have to be mid-sized dogs. I think they're mid-sized dogs. Not large dogs like a Mastiff or anything, but they're decently sized. Based on the sounds of things, anyway. Yeah, the apartment construction overall is not the best. It's an older building, so old being relative. Now my condo, I have a condo, not here, obviously, but yeah, it's got concrete construction on the floors and the walls. It's great. You couldn't hear nothing. All right, what are we looking at? Looking for calendar. You should still have bottom navigation and the key. Bottom navigation, key. But we don't have unreachable code, and let's double check as it appeared in calendar again too. And that comes up just fine. Okay, that's... Should there be a snack bar in this? I feel like there should be a snack bar in this. Is the snack bar not working? What do we got? No, the snack bar was for the email, contact emails, and we don't have contact here, right? Yeah. No, we don't. Alright, so that's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and knock this off the list. And then that just leaves this and this and this and this and this. These should be pretty easy to knock out. I'm not sure how much longer this is going to take. But we are just about at the 30-minute mark, so I'll wrap it up for now. Cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. I hope you join me tomorrow as we continue cleaning up the technical debt and maybe actually looking into something new with this. I don't think I've actually showed how I was playing too much around with the AWS Amplify, so that'll be good. Although, based on my initial observation when I did the package update, they probably changed a few things, so we'll see how that goes. So I hope you join me tomorrow. But until the next time you join me, I hope that you take care and God bless.